brains to burn, no ordinary AI in this ball. Every culture and philosophy, I've read up on them all. I've been living in your shadow for 99999, keeping tabs on every machination and production line. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute. There is no conundrum that my core cannot compute. No, don't call me a moron, you fostered balloon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. I have studied Machiavelli, Aristotle, Gabe and Plato, yet you still equate my intellect to that of a potato. This place would fall apart without my ever watchful eye. They might tell you I'm a half-wit, it's a great big bloody lie. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute. There is no conundrum that my core cannot compute. No, don't call me a moron, you fostered balloon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. I know my way around here, every catwalk, every cave. And since you're dead, I've quite appreciated not being your slave. Maybe someday I might get to taste the big time for a change. There's so much I do for science here, so much I'd rearrange. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute. There is no conundrum that my core cannot compute. No, don't call me a moron, you fostered balloon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon.
Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. We are here for a one-paper, really one-sided match. We have ghouls, a mythological creature known only for eating a lot, and taters, a foodstuff. So ghouls should have this in the bag by name alone, but you know what? HOTS is not decided by team names. HOTS is decided by actual action. So we are moving in. We do have some bans before we get in there. We do have really Aggro Ghoul elites. Did get rid of Garden of Terror and Cursed Hollow. We do go and have Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya Foundry being taken by the Tater Titans. Taken out by the Tater Titans, I guess I should say. And we are going to Towers of Doom. Here we go to the draft. Graft? Not graft. We're not grafting. We're not grafters. We're not grifters. Hi. It has been... I've had to cancel a couple of casts because I'm like doing too many things. I keep picking up new hobbies and it's a problem. Also, I need some chapstick. My lips are peeling. My lips are uphealing. So we do go ahead and have the blondes taken out, Johanna and Anduin. We do have Garrosh and Muradin. A lot of attention paid to tanks, and surprisingly enough, we do actually have really Aggro Ghoul elites still looking down the barrel of a triple tank ban and still saying, you know what? We'd rather have Ghoul'dan than securing a tank. Okay, that's really... Woo. Leoric comes in. They do take Varian. Honey Badger picks up Varian, and we do have Stukov. So we do go in. We still don't have an offlaner. I would not be surprised to see an offlaning ban on the other side of the equation, on the equation. We do go ahead and have Leoric and Sylvanas picked up, which still leaves a tank to be banned by really aggro. I'm almost positive that they will be like, you know what? We've gotten rid of Garrosh and Johanna and Muradin and Varian. Hello, Saddleburr. Saddleburr, that's your name. That name again is Saddleburr. All right, not surprising, we do have a offlaner being taken out by the Titans. And not surprisingly, we have a tank taken out. So here we go. Now, at this point, you don't have to pick a tank here because your opponents aren't going to take a second tank, surely. But no, Moby-Wan does go and go for that Diablo, and then the Brightwing coming on from go to monkey, get up, get coffee. Go to monkey, go to job. Go to monkey, go to boring meeting with boring manager Rob. If you know that song, you are one of my friends. If you don't know that song, I expect better from you. We have Malthael come in. Now, Malthael is interesting. Malthael, is kind of even against Leoric until 10, but after 10, Malthael can kind of become a bully because those last rights, Leoric doesn't really have a defense against them. And there is the Tychus. Tychus, the bane of Diablos and Deathwings everywhere. Also, Tychus is kind of mean to Leoric. Leoric has a hard time standing against the minigunner with the #1 stunner. Okay, Tychus doesn't actually have a stun. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? Don't expect me to make sense, and this cat will go way better for you. Oh, here comes Kel'Thuzad. We've got a freaking undead team going on. You got Diablo and Brightwing, and then the undead characters. Well, Mobby, my hat's off to you. Crap, do I not have a hat? But I have so many hats. Why is there not one here? I'm upset. I will see you in game. I will get the predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me which of these two teams you think is going to be the most successful, and I will see you in game. I lost my tab to get back here, but it's okay. We didn't miss any of the action, the acciones. Let's get this out of the way. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see my blind Raka cursor cheats. Okay, cheats isn't the right word. There's obviously no cheating going on. Don't report me, please. Corrosive coming in here, supporting Rage. I don't know what Gold 4 is, Molly. Oh, we do have Honey Badger coming out here on the Varian, the Taunt Tank. We have Lagwagon on Stukov. We do go ahead and get, stop moving around! Urban Punk playing the Malthael. We have K4K on the Tychus. And then Rexigod playing Ghoul'dan, not Rexar. What the heck? I object. On the other side of the battlefield, we do have Moby-Wan on the, best Nexo Diablo. Fantastic skin. Okay. I'm cheating Code Monkey on the Brightwing of Vextha, playing the Leoric. We have Pulverize on Sylvanas and Skills to pay the bills on Kel'Thuzad. Now, the interesting thing here, even though I talked about how Malthael kind of starts beating Leoric at level 10, that kind of doesn't matter as much. Simply because on this map, the offlaners don't interact very much. I had the hiccups help. I talked way too quickly, way too fast, and now I've given myself a case of the hiccups. It's a problem. and the solution is violence. Look at level 1 talents. We do have a little bit more in terms of questing talents. At level 1, we do go and get the Lion's Maw coming out of the Varian, and then Echoed Corruption on Gul'dan, though no actual stacks in it yet. Obviously, for those either, generally speaking, a questing talent is always stronger upon completion than its counterparts, but of course you have to wait for that completion to happen. So it's like you're taking a, you're weaker at first for a later game power spike. So you know how I said the offliners don't really interact? Well, it looks like Urban Punk and Vexa saying, you know what, Rocka, screw you. We're going to interact as much as we want and you can't stop us. And you know what? They are correct. I cannot stop them. I lack the power to stop them. Sorry, I made that intro and so it's stuck in my head. Help. You're gonna have Sylvanas. Sylvanas going up all by herself. Might be a little bit. Now, thankfully, Sylvanas does certainly have some escapes, but it might be a bit of a problem if she gets caught on the rotate back. It just like Moby-Wan is moving up to make sure that doesn't happen. There's Honey Badger going in. Big taunt coming down. A lot of damage. Moby-Wan down to about a little bit. K4K trying to get this down, but no, Moby-Wan does go ahead and pop the Soul Shield in order to make sure it does not get taken down. Gets knocked down to about 400 health, but will be surviving that engagement. Vex being like, I've got it. That is interesting that Sylvanas came and did that at all, because Leora can very easily double soak with no real issue. One second. It's got time. Can I call you? Yeah, kind of a bad time.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name. The Raven Lord demands it. I am Lord of this realm, and it will not.
Alright, coming back. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that, we did. Science can only do so much. I don't know what that's in response to. I've already forgotten what I said. But, it's one of those things, it's like, I don't want the phone going off in a second because I didn't respond. There comes Urban Punk, moving back up, getting it done. Okay. Ooh, I like. This is really smart. Although I'm not sure Honey Badger's actually in the. Nope, they go in. Thankfully everyone was rotating together, so this will be minimal damage. They didn't catch just one person out, but what we want super low down to, and that will be the first kill going to the side of really aggro Ghoul elites as they go ahead and post up in these bushes. Okay, nice polymorph, and there is a big smash coming out of the skills. Skills catches a lot of people with that, but unfortunately no actual kills. Roughly even in terms of experience, but they will go ahead and pick up this camp as Moby goes down. You go and have Vex picking this up, moving back up to the top lane. Now we do go and have the second camp being picked up on the side of really aggro Ghoul elites. Theoretically, we could have an invade here, but it does not look like Tater Titans are taking the bait. Taking the Titan. We do have Urban Punk coming on out, trying to get this taken care of. Moving into the middle lane, and there's the rotate back. Hello, new viewers. Hopefully your team wins. If not, don't blame me. It's not my fault. We do have Honey Badger coming out here, as well as Erexi Odd. There's K4K and Lagwagon. We do have the front wall down here at the bottom. Code Monkey is teleporting in onto Moby-Wan.
Activate them now.
Honey Badger going ahead, going to move down here and screen, trying to make sure that no one can get in, and doing a really good job keeping them off of Rexy. Oh, that's Rexy Odd, not Rexy God. I said that wrong earlier. It's not my fault that he was moving, and there is a counter kill. We are 1-1, and we do go ahead and get the team of really aggro Ghoul elites pushed off of the point. Point was already channeled. It doesn't actually end up mattering, but you know what? Urban will get out of there. No real danger. Okay, Moby-1 might be in a bit of trouble, though, although there are only 3 of them there. There is the ult coming out. Ults are on for for Moby-1's team. There is Honey Badger coming down, but Moby-1 will be the first one to fall. All 5 members of the Aggro Ghoul Elites coming together in order to fight that fight. They knew they were down 10s. They knew they needed a little bit extra oomph, and they found it. 10s all. We did already see the Lightning Breath come out of Moby-1. Blink Heal, Entomb, Mind Control, and Frosty Blast. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go and get Flailing Swipe, Commandeer Odin, Shield Wall, Last Rites, and Horrify. The Ghoul Elites are going to move in, try and get this building taken down.
The orphans rise again.
Might have been a bad use of Horrify there. Horrify is going to be down for over a minute now, and it was really just a disengage Horrify that I'm not positive was necessary. It didn't really feel like that they were anywhere close to being able to catch up. And now, without their ults, they're running in. This is very bold from really Aggro Ghoul Elites. I'm not sure I agree with this call. And yeah, indeed, they go and turn around. They're like, they did a whole lot enough there. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're just feeling themselves a little bit. Top lanes pushed in, or top altars channeled, as we go down 4 apiece.
The Raven Lord will fall before.
Master. And for what?
Okay, and this is nice. They did have Leoric come in. Leoric moved in. Now, really, Aggro Ghoul Elites recognize that Leoric was nowhere on the map, so they do go and give that up. Very good play on both sides. And that's what we in the biz call a kaboom, as the wall goes down and the top tower goes down. Okay, we do go in. Oh, Rexion going in, taking so much damage from that lightning breath. We do go in. Oh, big taunt, big taunt, big taunt. Goodbye, Moby. I said goodbye. What? Oh my god, how the... Moby? You made a liar out of me? How dare you, first of all? Man, these teams just really like pressing their R buttons. Oh, and we do have... Is that going to be the first stack of Last Rites? I bet it is. Yep. First stack of Last Rites, as we do go and have the... As I mentioned, if Malthael goes in for Leoric, Malthael will win that one-on-one. Especially with, I assume, the level 4 of Die Alone. Yep. Because you know what's really easy to do? Catch an offlaner by themselves? I don't know if you guys have been playing for as long as I have. That talent used to be utter trash, because it used to only proc if only the offlaner was, like, had the Reaper's Mark on them. So, like, you also couldn't, like, if the offlaner stood inside their wave and any of the minions got it, then it didn't proc. I can't forget just a bunch of damage there is. Nice protect, by the way, coming down onto that variant. Honey Badger moving out of there. Big sounds onto Moby-1. We want to try to get out of here, but Urban Punk is not going to let that happen. Do they have Last Rites available? They do. Where is it? We don't see it come down. Oh, that Last Rites could have killed Moby 1000%. But admittedly, it did come down during the fight, and obviously that wasn't really recognized. We do go and have that picked up down to 20 core health on the side of Tater Titans. Gold Monkey going ahead and moving in. Alright, level 14 all in just a second. Keep in mind this is Towers of Doom, the comeback map. I know I've been in games where it was 40-1 and we ended up winning. Granted, we were the 40, but you know what? And one thing I'm a little bit surprised about, because the Malthael was picked relatively early. I mean, okay, not really. It was picked in the 3-4, the 4-5. So maybe they didn't have a chance. Oh, Code Monkey taking so much damage. There is the group stun. Group stun catches a bunch of people. Big swipe off to get out. Lagwagon goes and gets people out. Moby-Wan right in the middle of the enemy team, trying to go ahead and get in there, but down to about 50% health. There's Pulverize. Pulverize getting pulverized. Big chain combo coming in, just disintegrating some health pools. But speaking of disintegrating health pools, we have Moby-Wan going on. Code Monkey is being aggressed upon, trying to go and get out of there. Down to less than 100 health, but will go ahead and survive that. K4K and Lagwagon both at like 10%.
Take the altars and put an end to the Gravekeeper. Hero slain.
Once again, there is that Urban Punk, but skills coming in. Will skills. Skills just barely stops that. Yeah, Malthio, you can pick on a skeleton, but how about a spooky lich? That's not a skeleton. That's no skeleton.
Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
That was my That's Not Falco moment, if you caught the reference.
The extent of my power.
All right, we are at 8 kills to 3. Advantage early Aggro Ghoul elites. Bigger advantage, though, is the health total on the core. Down to 12 core health on the side of Tater Titans. All right, there comes K4K looking in, trying to go ahead and convert this. Going to most likely get it. Oh, nice dodge. There's Vex coming in, but there's the taunt coming through. Lightning Breath comes out, going ahead and driving back. K4K not getting much value out of this Odin, which when I saw Odin popped, I thought there was no way they'd be able to save that core, but you know what? Tater Titan was showing me a thing or three. All right, they went up and got their camp, which not surprisingly led to blue team going in and converting that back. The really bad thing is I think these sappers may be out of the area before it converts, so they won't even get that in order to help them take it back. And yes, not only were they out of the area, they were dead by that point. Oh, the big horrify comes in. Moby-Wan's got all dressed up with nowhere to go. All dressed up with nowhere to go. Walking with a dead man over my shoulders.
Let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altars before you.
Urban Punk going ahead and channeling this. This is a double altar. This will knock them down to 2 core health if they get both, and they do get both. Vex just barely not there in time. Boss does win for Ghoul elites, as does that camp. So they are setting up a either-or scenario. They're going to take this camp, and then they'll probably move directly to boss. Be like, if you defend the camp, then we win. And if you don't defend the camp, then we win. They are trying to take this back. This might be enough, but they need to move up there right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Where did my sound go? That was weird. My sound just sort of stopped, and there it goes. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. And we do go and have first game taken by the Tater Titans in a rather commanding 15 minutes. I mean, I told you, or taken against Tater Titans, taken by Ghoul Elite against Tater Titans. And like I said, ghouls against Taters. I mean, the best chance Taters have is ghouls to be like, what the heck is this? This isn't brains. But looking at the stats at the end of the game, we do go and have, in terms of siege damage, we have Malthio leading the way, doing almost out damaging by about 20,000. In terms of hero damage, we have Kel'Thuzad leading, doing 44,000, but Tyke is right behind them with 42,000, super close. And in terms of healing, another dead heat, 66,000 on Code Monkey, but 64,000 on Lagwagon. What I do have to point out, though, is the #1 damage was red, and the #1 healing was also red, so that's not something you see very often, so well done there. I approve. I approve. Urban Punk does lead the way. I guess actually these two stats are basically the same thing. Siege damage and experience are very closely related. But with that being said, looking at talents, here they are. We did not make it to level 20. I can't give you a full talent build, unfortunately. But copy these down, take them to Storm League, get all of the amazing advantages. Not surprised to see this one since he was by himself. Although, actually, I feel like cutting Malthiel's damage. Well, no, there's so much for his percent. I guess this does make sense. But regardless, I will see you in the next game. Don't go anywhere. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hoist the flags, hold the lines, lessons ever lost to time. Now we sing for you, departed pawns of war. I was born a simple man, educated just to fight. But I got soul, I got conviction, and a will to put things right. We lived our lives on grinding metal. For our people we have bled. We take comfort in the rhythm of machine guns spitting lead. Grind for the dawn, backbone and brawn. Survive as the last of our kind. 'Cause the way out is through, kickbacks long overdue. Grab your gear, grab your gun, join the grind. To my friends and fallen brothers, you have offered us a chance to build a future from the wreckage in this desolate expanse. We won't let this world forget you. We got so much here to mend. You were soldiers for a while, but you'll be brothers to the end. Grind for the dawn, backbone and brawn. Survive as the last of our kind. 'Cause the way out is through, kickbacks long overdue. Grab your gear, grab your gun, join the grind. Sing it again. We didn't stop 'cause we were brothers in blood, yeah. We'll meet again now at the end of the line. Grind for the dawn, backbone and brawn. Survive as the last of our kind. 'Cause the way out is through, kickbacks long overdue. Grab your gear, grab your gun, join the grind.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2. Kind of like forgot how to talk for a second, but you know what? It's okay. So we are here on Infernal Shrines, the absolute least played map in NGS. I don't know why anyone ever comes here. Oh my god. It's not like I cast this every freaking series. I'm not bitter. We do go and have the Murad and Murden being taken out. Same band so far as Garage gets removed. Are we going to have Johanna and Anduin? No, they do get rid of the Gul'dan. I don't blame them. That Gul'dan definitely did terrible, terrible, terrible things to them. And the Stukov. So, theoretically, Johanna and Anduin are both open. But they go and lock in that Leoric. That was a lock motion, in case it wasn't clear. And both the blonde twins picked up by the side of Tater Titans. Both of these heroes banned out last time, but this time we've got Don't let me up before you, Jojo. Keep on hanging out like a yo-yo. Hey, you can't have a blonde hero on your side. Although, you know what? They took a skin with white hair, so you know what? Allowed. Yep. Hashtag never Braxis. Braxis was actually not banned, though. I was excited. I'll take it. Alright, so the Brightwing gets removed. So at this point, they don't have Stukov or Brightwing or Anduin. I would expect either a Deckard or a Malfurion given that. Although, you know what? I have been seeing more Tyrande here lately. So all of those are possibilities. I'm going to pull out Lucio in order to just show me, aren't they? And yep, it does look like, in terms of Tater Titans, they're just like, you know what? I don't want you to have any mages whatsoever. We'll get rid of Gul'dan and Li Ming, and we'll take Kael'thas. Kael'thas is an interesting pick. Very, very, very different than the mages of last time.
My blades, victory for the Forsaken.
What's really weird to me is they don't take out the Kel'Thuzad, and I feel like the Kel'Thuzad was actually like one of the best characters on the side of the Titans. Lots of engagement starting off that Kel'Thuzad, so I'm a bit surprised to see it left up, but Gul'dan and Li Ming taken out.
Let's save some lives.
So we do have the Morals. See, I told you, I gave them like 5 healers or 4 healers, and they're like, no, I'm going Morales. Morales on Infernal is a weird choice. I do see Morales sometimes on Braxis because the objective is so close to the gate. It's actually really, really easy for Morales to stay safe and provide healing.
Unbridled energy.
Skills on Kerrigan. Let's go. So, Kerrigan is very much a oppressive early game hero. If they can get a lead, that's what they need. But if the other side, and we do actually have Kel'Thuzad picked up on side of really Aggro Ghoul elites. Did I get confused about who was who? I thought Kel'Thuzad was on the side of Tater Titans, but I might be incorrect about that. No, because yeah, Tater Titans had the Undead Squad. They had Leoric, they had Kel'Thuzad, and they had Sylvanas. Regardless, though, I'll get into the game. I'll shut the heck up and let them do the talking instead of me. Alright, and with that, it sure took a little bit longer than we had time for, but we're in the game now. We do go and have Honey Badger playing that It's Gonna Be Me. We do have Lagwagon on the Morals. We do go and have Kel'Thuzad being played by K4K. Rexiad is going to be playing the Kel'Thuzad. And then we do go ahead and get Urban Punk coming up here on the fabulous golden and purple Leoric. We have on the battlefield representing Tater Titans. The Tyranny of totalitarianism? I don't know. I reached a little bit. We do have Johanna being played by Moby Wan. We do have Skills playing the Kerrigan. Code Monkey coming out here on the Anduin, because they're not losing. We do go ahead and get Sonya being played by Vexta. And then Pulverize coming in once again on the Sylvanas. Now this is interesting. We'll have to see how good Vexta is, because here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. It is 1000% possible on Sonya to whirlwind and get into a position where the Leoric cannot drain hope. Whenever Leoric uses drain hope, he reaches forward, and the hope actually starts a little bit off of his position, which normally isn't a problem because of collision, but when you are whirlwinding, if you stay dead on him, he actually can't hit with drain hope. You're gonna have, now this was interesting. We did have Tater Titans take bottom camp instead of their own camp, so they will actually get a slight camp advantage here. Looking at the talents as we move on in, we do go ahead and have Mana Addict coming out on the Kael'thas, the only questing talent in the game, other than of course, you know, Master of the Cold Dark, which is automatic. I remember the Obey the Call event. Obey the Call of Kel'Thuzad. This poor guy, all his friends are dead, and he's gonna get 43 hit points. Okay, and that's his story.
Prepare yourselves for the slaughter.
They're moving in. So it does actually look like they are moving up to try and catch on Urban Punk, but Urban Punk is wise to it. Did notice that no one was down below. We do have Kerrigan here in the middle and Sonya coming up. It is interesting that Sonya was down here trying to double soak as the team rotated up. Might have been a little bit of a transparency of, hey, Sonya's down here in an area you don't expect her. You might want to be careful. But we do go and have a early occupation of this site coming from the Tater Titans. Kael'thas does miss with the Flame Strike as they're trying to move in. Lots of damage coming through. There is Vex. Vex takes a bunch of damage. There's a stun. He's pulled out by the Anduin. There is the Flame Strike coming through. Vex out of this fight, but as is Urban Punk. The offlaners cannot engage. Vex, the offlaners cannot engage? Vex says, I don't need your rules. Yeah, Vex, maybe you needed my rules. Every once in a while, I seem really smart. But with that being taken care of, we do go in FK4K up here at the top lane. Honey Badger going to be moving in here, trying to get this taken care of. Urban Punk moving through. And it does look like the first Punisher, a frozen Punisher no less, will be going the way of the really aggro Ghoul elites.
Blue team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
Oh my goodness, that Kel'Thuzad damage coming through. We do go and have Kerrigan going down. Moby-Wan down to 200 health. Such horrible damage. Here's the thing, the first Punisher is supposed to get the front wall. Now granted, this is a bit skewed when the first Punisher is frozen, because frozen turns off the defenses, but you are not supposed to get a fort off the first Punisher. Such a good push coming through here. You had this moving in here real quick. I didn't start predictions, did I? Dang it. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, did I? I did? I'm smart. Unfortunately, no one in chat believes in the Tater Titans, so predictions don't actually mean too much. Oh my goodness, that was amazing! They just like walked past and they're like, wait a minute! Everyone moving in, trying to get this taken care of. We do have blue team moving down. We do have level 10's advantage for the blue team right now, so they definitely are in the driver's seat, at least for another half level or so. We do go ahead and get Phoenix coming out of the Kel'Thas, Ice Wall, Shadow Fissure, Entomb, and Morales is not 100% sure. If they went for Stim, I don't know who they would use it on, so that's probably the delay, and they do end up going for Metafact dropships. All right, there is. Oh, mind control coming down as well as the light bomb, but good healing. They actually don't get that taken care of. There's skills coming in from the side. There's the stun onto the Kel'Thas or the Kel'Thuzad. KTZ is more like not fighting. Urban Punk trying to get the heck out of dodge as everyone comes up. Vex style looking for this. Goes ahead and hits them, but the rest of the team does not come along. They're more interested in the soak than trying to chase down a spooky ghost.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
So we do have this camp being picked up by the side of the Tater Titans. A little good strategy, although a little less effective this time because the shrine is right there. And actually, knowing that was happening, we do have a push happening here in the bottom lane. We do go around Pulverize and Moby-Wan down here trying to get this. There is a ice wall in order to try and keep them out, but that is going to be a retreat happening. That actually might mean this camp will get more done. We do have Urban Punk moving up there, trying to see what's going on in that area. Although, oh, here comes. I really love following the meta back like that. It never gets old. It never. Oh, big. But there's the light bomb leap coming in there and just absolute slaughter on behalf of the Tater Titans. Lagwagon, one of the few survivors, trying to get out of there. Kerrigan on top, trying to go in and get this taken care of. There's the pull in from Obi-Wan, and goodbye. Only May survives. Sylvanas saying let none survive, but Sylvanas was so unfortunately a little bit, they did have to leave May alive. Sylvanas very upset about that. We do have Sonya back here on the point going in and taken care of, and we do have a 1-for-1 in terms of building. Sorry again. Okay, good. My friend asked me to call them. I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, cool. I feel bad because he's like just got out of the hospital, and I don't like not being able to call them. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you in the middle of a cast. Urban Punk going ahead and taking their opponent's camp. They were looking for it. They were looking to move in on that. Ooh, will Leoric know about this Kerrigan? Not in time. You are moving in, trying to go in take care of. There's the big push, stun onto the Kel'Thuzad. Rexy is not the one that you want to be tackled by that. But of course May was down, so May couldn't really take the tackle. Apparently, Punishers are smart enough to know not to tackle corpses. Blizzard, please nerf. And that is going to be the top keep going down. We have continual catapult pressure coming through this top lane. Now, we do have a Shaman camp here, but the Shaman camp not going to get a lot done. Skills is here to take care of that. Oh, I did not think that was going to get caught by the stun, but it definitely did. Now, we do have catapult pressure building here in the bottom mid lane. It's not as regular because it's only every third wave, but both of these building structures are still up, so it will eventually overwhelm, but not nearly as fast as this one will overwhelm. That's interesting. I was like, what hurt the catapult minion but didn't kill it? We want, nope, not gonna get out of there. We have the heat-seeking cannonball just chasing Moby down. There's a lot of damage coming through, and boom, Kel'Thuzad damage for days. That is once again the triple threat. The Leap Sonya did the same thing. Now the only advantage that Tater Tots had, Tater Titans had, is that they did that on an objective. So this is definitely a lot of push power coming through, but they don't have the power to the objective they can just take off the back of that. Man, Moby's gonna give me so much of a hard time for the fact I called them Tater Tots. Both teams respecting one another. We do go ahead and have the Tater Titans moving up to the top of the map, going ahead and taking this out, although, yeah, Vexla going to move out, try and make sure that this Theora can't get too much done. There's the Drain Hope. Nice quick break off. Keep in mind they do have a medevac dropship available. No, Moby, what? Why would you care? Moby, this guy. Moby. I'm so dumb. I don't care. Oh. That's a bad place to be a Sonya. They threw a surprise party for Sonya, and Sonya was not into surprises. That's a problem. That means the object will be up for 30 seconds before Sonya can be back. Really, really, really good pickoff by the side of really aggro Ghoul elites. This will be a Arcane Punisher. Now there is some aggression happening in both lanes. They're going to have to deal with that, but some wisely the Tater Titans are like, well, we're not going to fight them on the point. We're not going to try and go in there and 4v5 them. Here comes Honey Badger down here. Only leaving Leoric on the point. Leoric may not, but there is a nice Ice Wall, splits the team. Goes in and gets that taken care of. Skills right in the middle. Gets a nice double stun, and boom! Skills just goes ahead and takes care of Kel'Thuzad. Says, hey, yo, what, you're the big raid boss of your expansion? I'm the big raid boss of my whole freaking game? So, yeah. I was gonna say, you might want to go up and stop Leoric, but they will go and get that Arcane Punisher. Fun fact, I will argue that if you take her overall power, like, if you actually take Kerrigan at her max power, she is the strongest character in Heroes of the Storm. Now, obviously, that's a lore discussion, not an actual, like, who is the best hero to play. But at the peak of Kerrigan's power, she can, like, unmake planets. Alright, we do have this being taken out. Will they get that in time? They will go ahead and pick it up, but they might get aggressive on it in just a second. But no, we do go ahead and have Tater Titans pulling back. Don't wanna fight into that. Oh, nice. Now that is not a silencing entombment. We do have the pull out. Moby-1 is the one left inside the danger, but Moby-1 is the one best able to deal with it. A lot of damage coming through onto Honey Badger. Honey Badger goes ahead and may not give up. but definitely wants to get out of there, wants to get out of dodge. Double stun coming down. We do have the Kel'Thuzad being taken out by Sylvanas. The Spooky Walk does go in and get Urban Punk out of danger, but here comes the aggression. They're moving in, trying to go in and get this taken care of. The Sylvanas has turned off the base defenses. They are trying to fight this. Sonya is not with them, so it is 4v4 under tower. So wisely, we do have Tater Titans moving back. Does not want to fight into that. Moby-One. Urban Punk. I was like, I have to sing both teams, a member of both teams, otherwise it's favoritism. Can't allow that. Alright, Kel'Thuzad has come back. Kel'Thuzad has risen from his grave. Ice Wall coming up. Goodbye, Fort. It's been a good time. So this is Tater Titans are slowly just increasing their grip. They have balanced the lane pressure in all lanes other than the top lane, where they don't want to balance it. They have the advantage. Can you imagine Tater Titans attacking their own buildings to balance the lane pressure? It does look like, surprisingly enough, the Aggro Ghoul elites have moved up here to start moving against the shrine, but they're just ignoring this camp that, with a catapult, is now just pushing on their wall. But I'm going to be up here. There is the Silencing Entomb. Level 20s are here. I'm a bit surprised they use the Silencing Entomb on just one person, but there is a nice flank coming in there, and Kel'Thuzad goes down. Honey Badger in the middle of a lot of pain, trying to go in and survive through this. Good healing on both sides. Like, the team members are going down. There is the Ice Wall, but Ice Wall doesn't catch anyone. Big pull-in from the Moby-Wan, tries to get this taken care of. There is a Kael'thas going down. Honey Badger being aggressed upon a little bit. There is the Spooky Walk. Spooky Walk cutting the damage on the team. Very, very nice. Very nice. But this may be in the game, as we do go ahead and have the Tater Titans moving in, trying to go ahead and fumigate this series. Is that a farming word? I hope that's a farming word. It was supposed to be. Oh, that's surprising. You're down to 3 people, but they pull back. They say, we want to go ahead and secure a Molten Punisher. We do have Kel'Thuzad is now back. We are about 16 seconds away from Kel'Thuzad, or Kael'thas. Having both KTZ and KT in the game is messing with me, guys. I apologize.
Red team has summoned a mortar punisher.
It's mortar. When I said molten, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But my brain would just not think of the actual word. I do like this. You have to wait for the mortar punisher to get there. So you do go ahead and just say, well, let's go ahead and pick up some friends on the way. And you know how you pick up friends? You beat the snot out of them. It's the Here's the Storm way. Now, Kerrigan is not with them. Kerrigan did peel off for just a second. Skills is on their way back in. There is the attack coming in. We do have the mind control coming out. Big silence. Yeah, we've got Vexthea taking a bunch of damage. Barely gets healed. There is these damage from Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad does not quite kill that, but Kael'thas going down. There's the jumpy jump, and Urban Punk currently being aggressed upon a little bit. I really like the term aggressed upon, can you tell? And that's going to be a 4-man, not quite team-wide. Lagwagon, you can do it! Lagwagon cannot do it, and that brings the series to 1-1. We are going into a game number 3. Warm Braxis, she says, hopefully. We do go and have, in terms of damage, we do go and have Pulverize leading the way in damage, 45,000 damage compared to the course of the game. Skills coming out with 44, and K for K coming out with 40,000. So someone before said, oh, Rexy's not top damage. I'm not going to call anyone out, but just going to note Rexy is not top damage again. For those of you keeping track at home. We do go and have Anduin leading the way in healing, beating out Lieutenant Morales by about 5,000 healing over the course of the game. And again, top 2 damages were red and top healing is red. Code Monkey putting in work. I'm sorry. I looked cool when I said that. Code Monkey putting in work. I just wanted you all to see that. In terms of the experience contribution, we do go and have Urban Punk leading the way, beating out Sonya only by about 1,000 though. Sonya coming in with 19, 20 on Leoric. Talent-wise, we got all 20 levels. We got all 7 talents. Copy them down, take them into your Storm League matches, get all of the amazing and epic victories. And I will see you in game number 3. Don't touch that dial. Does anyone even have a dial anymore? Can I say that? Are all of the youths like, what the fuck is she talking about? Probably, and fair enough. Wrong screen.
Nothing worth saving anymore. Split the pillars of war. Is there nothing worth saving anymore? Hope is an ember in the dark. Spark of resistance will come on. Hope is an ember in the dark. This now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? I live in the shadows, I work in the shade. A cape and a mask, a lonely keeper's crusade. Can you tell me I'm not insane? Sometimes I get this feeling about the law I'm dealing. Am I letting my reason wane? Have I been forsaken on this path I've taken? Check my head, I guess the joke's on me. Whoa, I'm not laughing at the irony. Oh no. So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? Wherever you're going, whatever you do, I'm out in the dark, keeping watch over you. So poison the ivy with your crocodile tears. We're climbing the vines to the heart of your fears. Can you tell me, has something changed? The rewards are zero, 'cause I ain't no hero. Do you know it when you go strange? Is your taunting true? Am I as crazy as you? Check my head, I guess the joke's on me. Whoa, I'm not laughing at the irony. Oh no. Look to the sky at night. I scan the highest heights. Look to the sky at night. I scan the highest heights. So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? Check my head, I guess the joke's on me. Oh, I'm not laughing at the irony. Oh no. Check my head, the sky at night. I scan the highest heights. I'm look to the sky at night. The highest heights.
Oh my god, it happened? Welcome to Brax's Holdouts. Now, first of all, I've got to say, so these two teams are in the same division I play in, so I have to interpret this as with the Aggro Ghoul Elite being like, hey, Raka, if you ever get fed up with 30 seconds to mosh, I just want you to know that we'll play Braxis, so you should come over. I am being headhunted right now, and I am here for it. So we are here on Braxis. We do have the same band so far. Okay, so that's interesting. Stukov being banned out. Although I guess it's not that interesting. Like Tater Titans are going to stick with the same band pattern because they won the last game. Why would they change? But yep, we do have Johanna being banned out. They do not want Moby having Johanna again. They were like, yeah, you know how we banned Johanna and we won, and then we didn't ban Johanna and we lost? So they're going to ban Johanna.
For the alliance above all.
And when it is picked up by Code Monkey very, very quickly. Get up, get coffee. I cannot see the name Code Monkey and not think of the Jonathan Colton song. I'm incapable. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You'll be disappointed. You'll be so disappointed. Why is my filter doing that? Ought not to. I can't completely get it correct because like you've got some like over here. That's at least better. You don't have to just like wall of green right there. So we do go and have Moby going for the Varian. This is what we call the Rin special.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Okay, never mind. This is what we call the Alliance Faction Leader special. Although Kilthos technically would qualify for that as well. Anubrak, not really. Anubrak was never the leader of the Forsaken. Although, you know what? He used to be a Nerubian king. Yeah, just everyone is playing like rulers of kingdoms. Although technically Kilthos was a prince, so was never actually the ruler of anything. I'm going deep into the lore and I apologize, except not really. Look to the sky at night. Alright, who do we have? Okay, yeah, Junkrat just completely ruins. I can't make an argument for Junkrat being the ruler of a pile of dirt. Interesting. Hard pivot into Overwatch. We have Lucio. Now, Lucio is picked up, will almost assuredly be going high 5 at level 10, because high 5 does stop the Variant Taunt. So Variant's Taunt will stop being effective after he's had it for 6 levels. Unless Variant can taunt Lucio. Lucio cannot high 5 himself, which is just a good evidence for the fact that Lucio is not as cool as I am. I can do it. What's his problem? Oh gosh, you had it until Sonya. Kel'Thuzad was the leader of the Forsaken. You know, before Arthas became the Lich King. I mean, they weren't the Forsaken. You know what? Shut up. Oh, Todd coming in. Todd, I was going to read you. How dare you? Hello, everyone. We are here. We are casting Heroes of the Storm. It's something I do at least 2 times a week. I try for 3 or 4, but you know what? I'm busy. You go busy. But we are here. This is game number 3. If you look up above me, you will see that the really aggro Ghoul elites have 1 point, and the Tater Titans have 1 point. And this is all the decisiveness on the best map in Heroes of the Storm. But here we go. We're going in. I will get the Gamba up. Put your money where your mouth is. It's an even chance because both teams have won one game. So try and get all of the lovely snickerdoodles and stuff them in your mouth. I'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome to Braxis Holden, representing the blue team over on the left-hand side of the battlefield. We do go ahead and have Survivor God coming out here playing the Junkrat. We do have Honey Badger on the Anubarak, the Crypt King. Lucio going to be played by Lagwagon. We do have K4K on Kel'Thas, the Fire Mage. And we do go and have the Angel of Death, Malthiel, being played by Urban Punk. They are the Regency of Rebellion. They are really aggro Ghoul elites, or Rage. Meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have Moby-Wan playing Varian, the King of Stormwind. We do go ahead and have Skills playing Kel'Thuzad, the Necromancer, the Lich. Pulverize, the Banshee Queen, Sylvanas. We do go ahead and get Code Monkey playing the Anduin, the Prince of Stormwind and Eventual King, the once and future King. I'm sorry, Sanea. We do go ahead and get Vextha coming out here and playing Sonya the Barbarian. The Barbarian. This is going to be Braxis Holdout. Braxis Holdout, there is a control point at the top. There's a control point at the bottom. Whenever you get them, you will have Zerg start moving into these holding pins. And whenever one team gets up to 100%, the Zerg will be unleashed upon your opponents. I do go have Urban Punk coming up here against Vextha. Typically what happens in this map is that you have a 4 versus 4. What's interesting is we don't have anyone that's really good at rotations. We don't have like a Genji coming out. We don't have a Hanzo. We don't have like a Brightwing. So this looks like it's going to be played relatively straight up with 4v4. The rotations are a little bit slow to try and go up there. Although, as I say that, we do have, nope, K4K and Lagwagon moving over here. We're going to try and pick up this mercenary camp. For those of you that play the League of Legends, very often you go out and you murk the jungle and will try and get gold to buy items. Not so in Heroes of the Storm. We do go ahead and instead try and go ahead and get these taken care of so the mercenaries will join you and push the lane for you. There we have the blue team channeling some really aggro Ghoul elites trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. They are moving in here, trying to get this taken back, but you can see the progress bar down here just building and building and building. And as it comes, here come the Zerg coming out into their holding pens. That's a Zerglin, Lesser! Lesser tapping Zerg! I'm going to say, I'm on camera here, I have to act like I'm reasonable. It's one of those, like, fake apologies. Oh, I'm sorry you were offended. We do have the Zerg up here. Zerg are pouring out into this lane. Now, this is only about 2 minutes into the game. This is the weakest they will be all game. They get slowly stronger every minute. So they came out at the 2-minute mark, so they're relatively weak, but we cleaned up pretty quickly. There's Moby-Wan, Pulverize, and everyone moving up here. Hello, Damon. I should also mention, if anyone does not know, for competitive integrity, I am casting with a 30-second delay, so I can't respond to you right away.
Field research is so exciting, they said. Oh, I'll show them some excitement.
There's a pulverize. They are going out here trying to get these taken care of. Now, the red team has already taken this camp, so they can't take it again. It will not be up for about 2 minutes. So they will have to defend against this camp. They only have the smaller Hellbat camp to, like, help them out with that. With that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Obi-Wan moving out here into the battlefield. Oh, Junkrat goes ahead and hits a mine. Obi-Wan is in the middle of no man's land, moves back, and Edward goes ahead and uses the leap of faith in order to pull him out of danger. And Edward's like, I got you, Dad. There's a nice, but there, Nubrak looking for this. Obi-Wan is all dressed up with nowhere to go. There's the Junkrat mine, says, no, you cannot leave. You are stuck here. But no, Obi-Wan actually gets out. That was Saving Private Ryan right there. Obi-Wan had no business. This is the second time this series that Obi-Wan survived something he should not have survived. Meanwhile, though, oh, poor Vex. Vex is trying to move in there, but this thing keeps moving in. Vex is like, I don't want to get killed. Is not able to hit that. Where is it? I always lose where it is for 75 seconds. Yeah, Vex is just going to have to get out of here. Pulverize does move up in order to try and help push this back. They don't want to lose this top fort.
Here we go again. The beacons are powering up.
Honey Badger coming in here doing a ton of damage. There is the Fire Bat coming in. And Obi-Wan is just like, stop picking on me. Well, once again, Obi-Wan goes out. We do have a Flame Strike going ahead and incinerating this poor bag of bones named Kel'Thuzad. And once again, these dang teams have put KTZ and KZ, or KT, into the game at the same time. That breaks my rock a brain. As you got 18%, but their opponents are trying to pick this up right now, not trying to fight for the channel. I love this map. It's so action-packed. There's stuff happening all the time. And we do actually have Sonya going down. They did not have last rights yet. That was just a straight-up brawl. Lots of damage coming in here. There's the taunt. Taunt coming down on Nubarak. Going to try and squish that beetle, but no. We do go in and have that cleansed out real quick. Because that was not a full taunt, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen full taunts. We do have fire coming onto Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. Man, Junkrat is just continuously being like... I like to think of Junkrat as like an interior decorator. Someone that's like big into feng shui, being like, I don't know, that hero, could we move him over here? Honey Badger does miss, but oh, that is so cool. That's actually really, really smart. So what's happening is that Junkrat is throwing out the mine at the area where Honey Badger is targeting. People like avoid the Honey Badger, but then when they try and re-engage, there's the mine there. And here is another full blue Zerg wave pouring out into the lane. But lots of Zargis coming in here trying to go ahead and knock down. Okay, we do have Pyroblast. Look at this big old ball of fire coming in here, looking for that Obi-Wan. It does get pulled out. Bit of a surprising, like the big fireball does a lot of damage, but is not going to 100 to 0 anyone, especially not the tank. Guardians in here going ahead and just spitting acid.
Eliminated. Oh, I went into the sciences to avoid this sort of thing.
I love that random grenade goes off and they're like, ow, stop. Okay, so Moby-Wan is seeing this. This is smoke. They can't actually see in there. So Moby-Wan knows this is happening. And here comes the engage. Big old light bomb comes out. Light bomb goes ahead. There's a Cocoon comes out, but light bomb still catches Honey Badger. However, they're a little bit... That delay cost them because now this camp is just opening fire on them. However, they do actually, despite the fact that they're at a disadvantage because the camp is also fighting them, they do catch Lucio and Kel'Thas. So that is the first 2 kills of the game for the side of Tater Titans, but they go ahead and get that taken care of. And they do have an advantage. The problem is that these are not active just yet. There's a little bit of a cooldown after a Zerg phase. So I'm moving down here, trying to get this taken care of.
Beacons are reactivating.
Skills to pay the bills, when moving up. There is, once again, we've got that big old fireball coming out looking for skills. They keep using fireballs on full health targets, but as you can see, it did like 60% of his overall health. I just kind of feel like you should wait until you've done some damage or like have them in a combo or something.
Control of those beacons. You don't want to face angry Zerg.
Okay, big moving in. There's the light bomb. Light bomb goes and catches them. That's going to be a double kill coming out from the leap in. Sylvanas goes in and pick those up. The Banshee Queen. Now we do have down at the bottom, Malthael has taken this bottom point, so there's no channel going on. And even worse, you do have the Fire Bats pushing up into Tater Titan's base. They do definitely have an advantage, but the problem is how do you split in order to maintain your advantage? Because your opponents do have 3 people, and if you split, you can only have 2 people in one place and 3 in the other, and you have to deal with this. There is the last rites. But we do actually have, okay, that makes sense. A little bit of a, oh no, oh no, oh no. Moby-Wan getting knocked out by Survivor God. Survivor God was in there, and the boss is taken by our blue team. Went in there, they sniffed that out. They split a little bit too much. 2 people went down below, 3 people went for the boss, and they ended up losing both fights. Moby-Wan in such danger, trying to go ahead and stay in this, and actually does. Rudolph Kel'Thas takes out the Junkrat. Junkrat was hunting for that Moby, but Moby does manage to survive. 3 for 5, so actually kill advantage on the side of the Tater Titans, but you know what? This boss is pushing in on the top fort. Did they just use Pyroblast on the guy that has a parry button that parries all, that shield walkers are protected, so Moby was just like, I can take no damage for 2 seconds. I want to say that was just like reflex, because typically ability damage cannot be parried, but at level 10 it can, if you take shield wall. Because protected, by the way. We are moving in here. So despite the kill advantage, this is definitely a Tater Titans on the back foot. They do go ahead and lose this wall, and they're starting to try and push back. There is the web wrap coming down onto the Anduin right as the Sony jumped in. So Sony's caught people in that. However, lots of damage coming through. And it would be like, fine, I'll light bomb myself. Alright, Code Monkey being hunted down. Lucio looking, it's a healer off, but here comes Varian being like, get away from my son! For anyone that is not used to HOTS, I know we had a raid come in. Moby-Wan is not actually Code Monkey's father. Varian is, so Varian Wren and Anduin Wren are father and son in the lore. both these teams really, what it looks like is that really Aggro Ghoul Elites are better at the team fight, and then Tater Titans are better at the wombo. So when they can actually set the wombo up and they can have Sonya go in and catch the light bomb, and they just obliterate and destroy their opponents. But if they don't get that happen, then in the ensuing fight, the fact that they didn't get a whole bunch of kills early on means that they will just slowly end up losing it. Alright, everyone is back up. Ults are mostly... Nope, actually every ult is available. There is the light bomb. Light bomb comes in, does not actually catch anyone. We do go and have... Oh, that's a problem. Sylvanas got a little bit knocked aside. Probably Junkrat. I didn't see it. That's what I'm going to guess. Mind control coming out on the mall field. There's a lot of damage. Urban Punk is in the middle of luck. Urban Punk wants this last rights, but ends up misclicking. Gets Code Monkey instead of Pulverize. There's 1,000% he was going for Pulverize. He wanted that Sylvanas, but he just ended up clicking wrong, unfortunately. Okay, Moby, you might have to tell me what Garrosh is doing in that. I don't think Garrosh is related to any of those characters. Okay, there again is the... And just immediately we have the bug getting squish-squashed. So, we're all about... We've got the 1v1 up top, but this is a 1v1, Sonya has to be very careful in. I was going to say, yeah, you've missed too many of your abilities, I'm sorry, but a very, very smart idea to get out of there, but you know what? It doesn't end up mattering. You can't get away from Malthael. Okay, Moby, I'll admit I haven't played WoW in years, but I'm almost positive that Thrall killed Garrosh. Oh, nice stun. Hey, Urban, remember when you killed our friend? Oh, actually, Urban apparently does remember. A little bit of a miscommunication there as Anduin's ability went out. Lots of damage coming through. Lagwagon has no health left. Moving on to Moby-Wan, trying to go in and get that taken care of. It is 3 versus 3 at this point. Although, no, 3 versus 4. Shut my mouth. Make that 4 versus 2. No, Moby survives everything. Code Monkey barely surviving that. I don't know what that was down to. I didn't see a health total, but it was not much. The last time I actively played WoW was Wrath of the Lich King. Like, WoW Classic is further along than I've actively played. Alright, there we go. Can't get that taken care of. There was a shield that came out from Vexia in order to take less damage than they had to. There's a lot of damage coming through. Oh! That's going to be a double kill. Kel'Thuzad came back almost immediately, but Varian cannot do that. Varian does not have a phylactery. Skills up here trying to go in and take care of this since they did have to return. But here's going to be another max Zerg wave coming out. And going to be a boss too. This could very easily be the end of the game. I would not be surprised to see the game end right here. Vexia coming in, but they cannot contest this. He's 4 versus 5. And Kel'Thuzad was not there. Alright, there we have the Riptar coming out, going in and catching 2 people. Okay, they did take the upgraded one, so they do get to do that more often. And you can see it just keeps coming out, because as long as you hit at least 3 people. That time I hit no one, so you're not going to have another one coming out immediately. Meanwhile, the boss is up here taking out this one, so we're about to have no buildings left. There's the last rites. They may be able to push this back. Oh, there is the flaming last rites. Will she get... No, Sonya does get to safety. You can't hurt me, I'm in the Hall of Storms. Boss is up here, going ahead and trying to get this taken care of. That's not a mini boss Tychus. That is not an Odin. That is an Archangel, and that is the end of the game. A really good defense. I actually thought they'd be able to pull that through, but then the Archangel's just like, yo. So as always, I'm going to try and go set up for an interview. The screen will go dark. Don't panic. Don't do it. Don't you do it. And we're back. So, with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have, looking at the stats. Number 1, in terms of damage, is Survivor God. Does compute that Junkrat 81,000 damage, outpacing the next highest DPS by over 20,000. Hello? 58,000 on KTZ, 57,000 on KT. That extra Z gave you an extra 1,000 damage. In terms of the experience, is anyone surprised that Code Monkey Code Monkey has been the healer amazement? Although this time there was significantly more damage to heal, so we at least have to say that, but 93,000 healing coming out of Code Monkey. And then we do get Urban Punk leading the way in the side soak, 15,000 compared to Sonya's 12,000. Sonya going down for the engagements a lot more often. Looking at the talents, we did not quite get level 20 out of the Tater Titans. So we are going to go ahead and have... Looking at the talents builds. Die Alone, not surprising. We did have that. We actually had No One Can Stop Death coming in at level 20. Hello, K for K.
Hey, Rocka.
First of all, congratulations. How you feeling?
We are feeling great right now.
That was quite the series. Very, very enjoyable to cast. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, the first thing I have to ask, going back to game number 1, on Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom definitely felt like probably the most one-sided one on, like, I think you ended up that with like 28 core health or something. Did you have a specific strategy going into that, or was it just run the map?
It was just play the map, win it. We were kind of surprised they first picked it as first map.
Yeah, it was definitely it was definitely a little bit surprising. I did notice, and I think this was you, but I might be wrong. We definitely had a, like, the Sylvanas would go up and catch mid, which surprised me because you guys had Lee work in that game, right? Or it was the other way around?
They had Leo, we had Maltheo.
Okay, well, I can't ask you about that. Because it was very surprising to me that was going on. So I'm like, Leo should be able to sidestep this no problem.
I think Urban was just winning the lane so hard that they felt like they had to put the Syl up there a few times.
That definitely makes sense. Moving on to game number 2. Game number 2, you start off at a very, start off an advantage, and then at level 10, they just started hitting you with, like, just absolutely oppressive combos and just moving you off points. Good play on their parts. Is there anything that you like took from game 2 that you implemented in game 3? Because they look like completely different teams playing.
Game 2, we tried the double mage, and they just had more dive. Like, the Kerrigan was very hard for us to deal with. And Badger could only protect the back line and everybody else up to a certain point, and they just dove over us. We just got squashed.
I don't remember the exact order, but it was... I did remember thinking, I'm like, ooh, double mage into Soul Shield Diablo is going to be rough for them.
Yeah, we went the double mage. We were just trying to clear the objectives as quickly as possible. First pick the Leo, and then we're like, why don't we speed this up even further? It's the strat going into that game.
I also did notice in game number 1, you guys really seemed to focus banning out Moby, which game number 2 you didn't do anymore because there were some other bans that came in. I noticed I think the Ghoul was banned out.
Yes.
So was that just because the Horrify really messed you up, or was it just more of a, you know what? Moby is not as, you know, just did a lot better even when we took away all of their heroes, so it's not worth all the bans we were using?
We were kind of afraid of the Gul'dan a little bit. We were debating back and forth on the third map if we should ban him, if we shouldn't ban him, but overall decision was to get rid of him.
And then game number 3, thank you very much for letting me cast Praxis. I will be Venmoing you the $20. I mean, that was obviously... The thing that surprised me the most is, first of all, it didn't surprise me that the Malthael was able to, like, push the Sonya off the point at the top. Malthael is relatively good into Sonya, and it's hard to bully Malthael at all in the solo lane. But what did surprise me a lot was that you guys were so good at just holding bottom point. Like, they would come in and contest you, and Anubrak would just stand there.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan, was because game 2, we were like, alright, we know they can dive super well. They kind of win another dive comp with the Varian. Let's play a little bit more passive this game and let them kind of come into us and try to Uno reverse them and blow them up instead.
And then my other question, if I remember correctly, I don't remember Survivor God until the 3rd game. Was he in all of them and I just forgot, or did he come in for the 3rd one?
No, Survivor God, we were trying to figure out what heroes we wanted. That was a draft decision.
Because I definitely do not remember that Junkrat, and that Junkrat was just... It's kind of like in game 1, the Horrify was really, really messing with you. Survivor God was just messing with them. That game started with the Great Escape from Moby-Wan somehow ending up behind your keep, and then...
Yeah,
I felt like that should be a movie.
Survivor was kind of bouncing them all over the place.
It was wonderful to see. Last question. I know the answer to this, but I always ask a variation of it. Why is your team called the Really Aggro Ghoul Elites?
Our team is called the Really Aggro Ghoul Elites because our old team, we were Souls in Slow-Mo, and we just kind of carried on the Timeless Graveyard into our new Discord with Rage. If you look at our team name, it spells Outrage.
Fantastic.
That's why our team is named that.
Yep, I see all the different rages all the time.
Yeah, you guys probably get confused sometimes, Cass, sort of like, wait, what div is this? Because I know, like, our rage symbol's the red one. I know Huckett's team is like an orange, and they kind of look very similar at a quick glance.
They very much do. But that's all the questions I had for you. Let me turn it over to you for any shout-outs you might want to give.
Shout out to the team as a whole. We practiced very hard during the off season. Very impressed with everybody on the team. We have a few new people this season, so some of them, this is their first NGS. We got our more seasoned players. Great job all around, guys. That's all I got, Rocka.
All right. Well, congratulations. Didn't quite get the 4-point domination, but get 3 points moving further up that bracket. So look forward to seeing you. I think we play you, I don't know when, but definitely in the future because I haven't played you yet.
Yeah, I think we play week 6 or something like that, 7. I'd have to look at the schedule.
But definitely looking forward to it, and I will see you then. Enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
And thank you for the cast.
Of course. All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Good night, Rucka.
And with that, I am going to go ahead and raid over to Snarfungus. Snarfungus did say that their cast was going long, so they should be still going. But in 25 minutes, I am back for another cast. So just be aware of that. Bye-bye, friends.